Hey everybody, I wanted to do a video on this game. This is called Freeride now. And honestly, it's some of the best physics I've ever seen made in a snowmobiling game. And it's by a guy that's just doing it on his own. It's built on the Unity engine. So, pretty decent engine actually. And I'm able to achieve pretty good frame rate here. I do have a pretty insane build, but just a 2080 graphics card, and pretty easily able to hold over 100. So, and you don't really need high FPS for this. It's not a shooter, so, but it's pretty well optimized, we'll say. But it's built just by, it seems like one guy or just a few people, and they have a Patreon, and they're pulling about 4K a month, I think, in their Patreon because people would love to see this get improved. Let's talk about the physics on the game. So your ball here, you see, and I usually play in first person, but this kind of shows the way it works better. So your ball is your weight on the sled. So you can set it up. There's different modes in the settings on how your weight works, and you can set it up in like a boondocking mode. But this is called air control, and air control is probably the most intuitive and easiest. So even I stick to it. So full left is like as if you were standing one foot on the left side, and if we steer right, counter steer, so we're leaning left, steering right, you'll see this sled wants to pivot hard and go left. So if we have a little bit of momentum and we lean hard left and steer a little right, we can pretty hard curve the sled, real hard. If we simply lean, it'll steer pretty quick too, but the front doesn't want to float as easy. So the physics honestly are they just work, man. They just work. If we lean forward, it's how we kind of A, put the sled down and keep progressing up hills, but B, if we're kind of stopped, we need to have some forward weight, or we kind of just flip. So a little bit of forward weight off the hit, modulate your throttle. And then if we straight lean back, so this is all the way back, we can pretty much just do wheelies and have a fun time. So the physics are honestly great. I love it. And the snow actually, so when there's multiple people playing on an online server, this is just in single player mode, everybody's tracks show up, and if you're annoyed by that, that's fine. It's easily fixed. There's a button to just reset the snow like that. So this is pretty much a copied Assault, pretty much, or an RMK, sorry, RMK, and it's called the Pollux Maverick. I think it's pretty good. So I'll show you some first person, and then I'll show you some sleds, and we'll do a different option. So this is a 155 track. And I'll show you guys doing some climbs on it. So mainly when you're on a climb, you probably don't need to use a lot of steer input. You're mainly going to be modulating throttle and weight, distribution, and you're just going to make your way up these steep climbs and not overdo your throttle, or you'll just kind of backflip, right? And obviously don't lean too far back. Now what's funny is, I guarantee you guys are going to pick up this game and absolutely hate doing climbs off the bat. Probably a lot of people, even myself. It was really hard, but I knew the physics were here. So after kind of learning the game and playing more, I got it. Now the game is available free. You can try it out free. I would heavily recommend you even just get the basic Patreon support, just to help out the guys, even if you just sub for a month. But the second level up, you actually get skins for like this sled, and you get some other sleds, so I'll show you that. But I just want to show you guys a rip on the 155. The 155, this is actually a really capable sled in general. Climbs very well, non-turboed sled, still plenty of grunt, and honestly it's kind of, I don't know, it's a good intermediate sled. It's a very good intermediate sled. It's a little challenging, but it's very capable. Alright, so let's show you, you can create checkpoints, I should say. So we could be here and we press X on a controller, heavily recommend a controller, and we create a checkpoint. So let's say like we're going to do some crazy run up something, and then we biff it. We can actually just reset ourselves in map back to that checkpoint, and then we can just restart. Remember, if we don't like the snow being like that, we can just reset the snow. So I like leaving the snow. I think it adds a good challenge. It's kind of realistic. But let's show you some other sleds. We're gonna go to so select event. There's on the mountain map, I think it is. There's a bunch of different things here for events to choose. So it's currently in development still, clearly. Our settings. This is the running board mode. I would recommend starting on air control. I turned off the day-night cycle, but it is a beautiful day-night cycle. And you can set how long a day lasts. 12 minutes is way too short. Like, nighttime just slaps you right away. If you're still learning, you're gonna hate it. You can set your frame rate, all this basic stuff. This is just maxed out everything pretty much is what I've got. Alright, so let's go to garage. Alright, so really basic garage setup. Change vehicle. These are all of our options. So with the Sporter Pack, I get these here, which are the Turbo Summits pretty much. They call it the G4. The Pollux, it's skinned, and I think the Lions are skinned differently. And the Johanna Sender, which is like an old Polaris of some sort, that one you also get. So really, you guys would usually have just this one. These with different skins. You'd have the Summits, and you'd have the Lions, which are the Lynx pretty much, which is close to the Summit, right? So let's try the Turbo 165, and you can see the lengths change, and sometimes the rails change, and the color of the rail, stuff like that. It would be cool to get customization, like changing skins on your, color schemes on each individual type, and maybe being able to customize your rail color to your ski colors and all of that. That would be really sick. And if he gets support, I'm sure he could. This thing's awesome. I've actually driven it. It's pretty slow and it's not super capable, but it's really kind of just fun to bum around on something a bit slower. Alright, we'll do a 165 turbo. And we just go single player. There's 2 maps. I will show you guys mountains. I shouldn't. It's wildly hard. But we'll try it. Alright, so these are your controls. You guys can see. Mouse and keyboard, I really wouldn't recommend even playing it. You really do need to have a controller for this because of how much weight plays into it. So the second we hit throttle, it just goes away. We're going to lean forward, kind of get ourselves started. And you can hear that beautiful turbo doing its job. So the mountain landscape is a mountain. It is very much so a lot harder terrain, and they are very big maps. You cannot see everything here, really. The maps are pretty large. So the Turbo 165 is a very easy sled to work with. I'm going to go into first person. The very easy sled to work with, very powerful sled to work with. Literally just rips wheelies. Lots of torque and power. Flat out, I got it to, oh, yeah, that ain't gonna go well. Flat out, I've gotten it to like 150 kilometers an hour. So, moving pretty good. I just always convert to bald eagles by halving it, so roughly 75 miles an hour, so. So, we'll work our way down some of this. Nope, and I flipped it. I leaned the wrong way. So if you ever need to reset, you just press B. It's super simple. It's not like real life where you actually have to dig your sled out and roll it. So as you can see, massive area to play in. I was steering the wrong way. Alright, let's see if we can get out of that. Go back up this hill, maybe somewhere. Let's see. None of that looks scalable, if I'm honest with myself. We could try a hit here. Probably not going to go too well. Nope. Yeah, we hit that a little too harsh off the bat. Yeah, we flipped ourselves. So yeah, mountains area is definitely a lot more difficult to traverse, but it's also pretty cool. It's pretty hardcore, we'll say. Maybe we'll try going up over here. You know, I'm sure mountain. I haven't played a whole lot on this map because I was still learning so much in the beginning. But I'm sure there's routes to kind of get your way up a hill, much like real life. Some of the angles you'll go are just not possible. So let's try to work our way to the left here. Man, we are just rolling the sled on this. I need to get a little run at it. Let's try backing off. Love hearing that turbo. Oh, we lost too much momentum there. That was my fault. Oops. So I will say the physics sometimes is a little unforgiving, and if the sled starts to waver a bit too much, you're kind of just, you get dunked. The trees are very forgiving. I'm actually content with how the trees function. Yeah, too steep. Alright, let's take a poke at it from here. Oh, we're ending up in a weird spot. Yeah. Oh, we made it up one of the little flat, at least flat spots a bit. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna get screwed on that. Oh, we're not gonna be able to lean out of it. Oh. Okay, I don't even know where we are. Oh, we're back down at the bottom of the hill. Let's go back to the other map. We'll go back to hills. Hills is really easy, and you'll see most people actually play on hills. And what's funny is hills is just wildly easy now to me. Ooh. When before, I thought it was really crazy to climb even this little hill over here. This, yeah, that's an elevational increase, but we'll slow down here just to be fair about it, right? Oh, we're gonna roll the sled first for fun. This used to be wildly hard to me, and now it's kind of just fun. It's kind of mild. Climb right up. Oh, it just feels so right. It feels so exactly like this is as close as you're gonna get to real snowmobiling in a video game. I mean, racing is easy. It's a car on a road surface, but this is, the snow has to have density. The sled has to understand your weight. The steering input is separate from the weight. Like, it's totally different. It's honestly amazing. Whoever the dev is making this game he gets it. Dude gets it very well. I'm glad he gets 4K a month to support the game, even for what it is so far. It should be coming to Steam. I believe he's working on that. If you do Patreon, he's got some notes that if you Patreon for so long, or Patreon for so much money, you will get the full release game when he drops it on Steam. It's very much so currently an early access type game. As you can kind of tell, there's just a little bit of broken bits about it, a little bit. Not fully polished. So I think we're coming up on the water. Yeah, I'm gonna bet we are. So I'm actually gonna go into the map. and we're gonna press X, makes us a checkpoint. Oh, no, cancel that. And it's possible I'll sink it here in the water, but you can water skip. I've sunk it quite a few times. It's kind of just where you come in at and where you try to climb out at can be, let's just say, not the easiest of tasks. There we go. And once you're kind of flat out on this sled, it kind of just goes across water, you know. It's just that lower speed stuff that definitely acts a little bit like deep snow, where you kind of got to keep progressing forward, keep the weight forward. I just didn't want to get stuck there. If I get stuck there, and if you get stuck in the water right now, the really crappy part is it's pretty much impossible to get out of the water if you get stuck. Ooh, I let off way too much throttle. Lawn dart. I don't know. I recommend you guys download it. Like I said, it's free. You can pretty much just Google Freeride now, and it's a zip file you download and you extract it, and then you just open the game, because Unity games are pretty simple. I think it's amazing. And the supporter pack for the extra sleds you get, it's kind of worth it in my opinion. It's just, these turbo sleds are nutty. I can't wait to get more sled options, and even modding support would be so cool. If anyone does mod, he is looking for people to kind of assist and develop. So if you're a modder and you're interested in anything about this, he's probably would be right up your alley to hit him up, help out on the dev team. Yeah, you guys let me know if you want any other content on this game, or you want to see anything. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you have a question you can ask, and I usually answer questions in my YouTube pretty consistently. Let's get this last climb. Oh, I didn't expect that to be a hill. See, hills feels too easy on a 165. The shorter tracks, I will say, the hardest part about the shorter tracks is simply getting moving sometimes in the snow. But once they're moving, they just want to rip wheelies in the steeper snow, and they want to, and they're super, the agility's crazy. Even this 165 feels less agile than the 155 Pollux? I don't know, whatever it was. The RMK. We'll call it an RMK. Let's be honest about things. This is a Summit. That other one was an RMK, clearly with the dash being Polaris's ride command. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I can't even ask for more in the graphics. Like, I think it's good. I think it's fine. Alright, let's try to climb this insane one. Oh, that's a heck of a climb. Oh, we didn't quite make it. That's quite the climb. Oh, we got a good run. Got a good run. Hey! Woo! That was great. We're still going up. Up, 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 up. Up, up, up. Let's go to the top. It's still higher. Let's go. That's about it. I'd say we're pretty much at the top. Yeah, if you're into carving, this game is very capable of it, honestly. You can definitely carve. You can do tricks. I mean, like, it just works, man. All right, I think that's enough for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We did quite the experience. Hopefully you are interested in the game. Go download it. Maybe support the Patreon. Thanks for watching.